Yeah. God blimey, that second half. First and foremost, do you reckon that it was a penalty? And the other fella getting injured. But the first half, we should have gone in 4 up, easy, easy, easy. And look at the goal Jota took. Fantastic. He's a great player, him. A natural finisher. A natural finisher. And that young Yaras did as well, didn't he? When he came on for the other fella. Let's go through some of these lads. CW. Hi Frank and chat. Nice 3 points, but I'm not convinced. We need a proper striker to put this sort of game to bed. Canate, man of the match for me. Gutted for Ali, but well done, Yaras. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've never known a more injury-prone goalkeeper than Ali, says Youssef. Neither have I. Neither have I. Youssef. It's all the same injury as well. It is. And how long will he be out for? Remember, he was out for 6 weeks, man. Where was Kelleher? Where was he? He's not injured, is he? In all, we deserved the 3 points. Yeah, we did. Of course we did, Youssef. And he carries on by saying better performance than last week against... Yeah, it was far better. As I said, we should have been 4-0 up at half time going in. But I hate them 1-0s. I know it's a 1-0 win. I said to Jay he was going out to play football when it was 1-0 at half time. And because he plays for the team, he said, I'm going to miss the bloody second half. I said, I just hope we keep the clean sheet. I just hope we keep a clean sheet. And he said, well, the way we're playing, he said, I think we'll get 4. Never materialised. Van Dijk is so bloody good. But he got the man of the match, didn't he? And he was man of the match for me. He's dead calm, that fella. Dead calm. Ian Mack. TNT Sports desperate for Palace to it, yes. That Gooey was nowhere near the ball for their penalty. Yeah. The claim, yeah. Commentators going on about it for about half an hour. I know. Pathetic. 22 points left until 40 points. We're able to route to stay up. We're on a route. Let's go on the American version there. To stay up, says Youssef. Yeah. On a route to stay up. True, isn't it? Red Jay said to stay away from stress and not good to get excited. I said, oh, come on, Doc. No one can do. I'm a Liverpool. Exactly. I always remember it. He's dead now, unfortunately. An old neighbour of mine. And I took him the match. I had tickets and I took him the match. Nice fella, big red. I said to him, do you fancy going to the game? And he went, oh, yeah. And anyway, I was all right then, you know, I'm going back a few years ago. And we were climbing up the cop, you know, the stairs going up. And he was stopping. He said, I can't do this. And he was 57 years old. And he was a scaffolder. But his knees were gone. Anyway, we got there and coming home, he said, do you know what? He said, I don't know how many heart attacks I could have suffered watching the Reds over the years. And he saw that, and it happens now, that game today. But you're right there, Reds. Here, Mac, 2 abysmal referees in the space of a week. That prick on Wednesday and now Hooper took us 55 minutes to get a free kick over. What was he booking everyone for? From the off. From the off. And TNT picked it up, didn't they, when, they said Jota was getting booked. And it wasn't, it was the other fella. Gapco. Talking about the Zoc. The outfield were early, yes, there's the Zoc. Oh, look at that. All the points. Lovely lads. Absolutely. He says, no, cheers, mate. I need them. I need them as well. Because I needed them. I thought Jones was okay. Mo was poor. Yeah, Jones was good. Jones was good. Jones was good. I'm glad you said that, Red, because, he's been getting some bloody stick for nothing. The Anfield, Frankie and Jack, great 3 points, but again, lackadaisical, yes. And they fell asleep, yeah, and allowed them in. Also, what's happened to crossing? What's happened to the crossing in the game? Exactly. We took the world beaters for 20 minutes. We looked world beaters for 20 minutes, says Neil Brother. Got to put away chances. On the positive, another clean sheet. Allison was man of the match for me. Some wonderful saves. Never a penalty. Yep. And Chris says, good goal, important win. Let Palace back into the game. Every schedule after the break. Can't afford to relax in those games. Some fans wanted Kell sold. Said that. A mistake again. That's a mistake again. Yeah. I was wondering where he was, but it was Yaros who was in goal, not Kelleher. Young Yaros, and he plays well, Yaros. That was his first taste of first team football, really, in reality, and in a very important game when they were pressing. The Anfield, I'm also pretty pissed off with Szoboszlai. I'm waiting for him to score or assist. Where is the goals? We have serious lack of goals from midfield. McAllister also missing with goals. Well, that's why I've been screaming out for players, midfielders. I really have. For 4 years now. But that's the best midfield we've got. That is the best midfield we've got. Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch. If our team win the Prem this way, no one will give a damn. No, you're right there, Ed. Ian Mac, first off, they look great, Raw. Then I think tiredness kicked in from Wednesday night, plus Palace had all week to prepare and rest for this one. I'm made up. I think that's a cracking comment. I think we're all made up here. We really are. And Mark Simons, we just need a clinical striker who gets 30 goals a season. And I won't go for, God, I hate saying this bloody name, Guy who is very similar to Suarez with Nunes going the opposite way, as we can't keep flogging a dead horse, meaning obviously Nunes Darwin. Next two games are the litmus test, says you said. Chelsea at home and Arsenal away. I think that's where we stand, that's where you'll see where we are. I always thought, when people were saying, well, when we played Man United, this is the real test. But Man United are that poor, if you know what I mean, that it wasn't really a test. But every game, it's not easy. December, a mad one. Real Madrid, Man City, Everton as well. What they're bloody well like. More cards than Moonpig, says Neil Broderick. Yeah, you're right. The cards were just flying out, weren't they? Also, F1 commentator says Gooey's was a penalty. Utter crap. Two Lancashire biased commentators. Utter crap. I'm not sexist in any way, but why are two girls doing all the interviewing? Please. Ref Hooper, says Chris, is the who sent two of ours off and denied the goal at Spurs last season. You're right, Hooper. Oh, I don't like him at all. When I seen who it was, at the beginning, I went, oh, fucking hell, we're going to struggle here. Mo's been poor most of the season. Is that leading goal scorer? And more assists? Or doesn't that count? Sorry, doesn't that count? Leading goal scorer, more assists. What does Ali have to do to get man of the match? Says the Red. Exactly. But he went soft, didn't he? Injured. So he didn't finish the full game. And Chris says, Tom needs to shoot more often and generally too many passes when lads should have a shot. Yeah. I forget what minute it was in. And Ali had the ball. What minute was it? And I looked at it and I went, I'll mention this. And he was just fucking about in our area. First half, And I went, what? Was it the first half? The second? I don't know what fucking half it was. And he was messing about. And I thought, fuck, dude. I just gave up. Second half it was. It was the second half. And they shouldn't do that kicking about. Was it the second half? Yeah, second half. Spot on, Frankie. We need some more options. I agree, old mate. Thank you, Anfield. And the Pride says, talking to the Anfield, it's a new system. Maka plays deep now, so Bosley don't know what's wrong with him. It's hard to put your finger on it, isn't it? About Bosley. Because he's got talent, He's got abundance of it. But is he playing in the right football? He played great against Bologna. And McAllister's... I'd love this Scum United team, says Red. I love this Scum. I think we all do. The Pride of Merseyside, I get what you're saying, but McAllister's passing was crap, absolutely terrible. So Bosley and Jones also create nothing too much passing, not enough penetration. That's right there. You're spot on. There's no penetration. I hope no one's looking in about penetration. They think, here, what kind of a shit? If you know what I mean. Yusuf. More cards than W.H. Smith and more clean sheets than travel logs. The price is to the Anfield. 12:30 game, not even surprised Palace set up was made to make our middle struggle. It's a very good system they play. That's why wide play was key today. They should have had a penalty, but it's about time luck went our way because we have suffered the last few seasons with corrupt officials, says David. The Anfield people have a goal. People having a goal at Salah. What about Gapco and the others? Where's the contributions? I mean, Mo has one bad game and he is crap. That's what I mean. I just don't understand about Mo Salah. being, people being critical. But when you say all season, Neil, I disagree, mate. I really disagree because he's our leading goal scorer. He's done more assists than everybody and anybody. And you've got to take that into consideration. That's all that I'm saying. That was never a pen, says Yusuf. Totally agree with you. The rest, oh, there you go with your dirty talk. Bonkers. I know my daughter's at work, you see. So, as I said I've said this before, and I was sending a text to some girl, and that predictive test, I was saying about still, when you still do it, whatever it was, and so you can show me. And what came out, show me your tits. Because I put still at the end, still, and I come out as tits. That's shocking. Predictive test. You've got to, now I read, what I've actually put in case these stupid predictive tests coming out. Bonkers LFC, dominate first half with a goal, second half was a bit scrappy. Jota should have had a hat-trick. Yes, that header. Remember the header? How did he miss that? And Jota's brilliant at heading the ball. And he was in the middle of the goal. And he was on his own. No challenges, no nothing. Remember the free kick? From Trent? Remember that? And he was on it. Running onto it. That was shocking. That was a terrible miss, that. Terrible. The Anfield, Reggie, without penetration. I'm not happy. Stop paying yourself. Yusuf, respect, bro, but Virgil was pulling the Palace player back. See how, it's great to. God, don't say that. Gonna be out for 2 months. Fuck's sake. Maybe that's why, not being funny, but he was out a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he? Just come back. And maybe, just maybe, this is why we brought this Mamardashvili or whatever his bloody name is. But it was made up for the Jaros, whatever his name is. It was made up for him. Let's see. Probably end of November when Alisson is back. Well, that's no good to us, is it? I'm not being funny. I love Alisson. I think he's the best in the world. But I think it was one of the lads, Yusuf or somebody said, I've never known a goalkeeper to have so many injuries. And neither have I. Neither have I. Like Chiesa. That's shocking. Reggie, maybe, but you see at every game there'd be 50 pence given a game. That's true, that. You're absolutely right. And the Pride says Salah off form is better than Nunes anyway. That's for sure. The Anfield, spot on, Frankie, with Salah people looking to him all the time. I want these others to stand up. Only Jota and Diaz actually make difference. On recruitment, Frankie, we need a top 10 little. Said it. said it for a few years. Honestly, I am. And we don't even look back at it, the likes of Xabi Alonso or Steven Gerrard. There's no comparison. And we really haven't got anyone like him, like that outside, really. And there's Trent and Van Dijk who can hit those balls, but we need someone in the middle hitting those balls. Remember Jan Molby doing it? No, I'm not saying Mo was crap, but in this game he was poor. Even a world-class player like Mo can have a poor game here and there. He's still the king, says the red. Of course he is. And yes, remember the Frank, says the bunkers. Glad of much to take now. The outfield, I know, mate, but also the opposition now really stick tight to Mo. I think away games now we do need sometimes to rest Mo and need some kind of rotational player. Where's Tagliatelle legs? He's with Ali now, sitting with Ali, and the physio's thing. There's two beds there, one for Ali and one for Chiesa. I told you he's injury prone. No one took a blind bit of notice of me. That's why Juve got shut. That's why the Azzurri, the national team, got rid of him. Sorry to say. Frankie, hamstring injury is minimal, 2 months. I'd say if it's that bad, we will see. If it's that bad. Courtois is starting to get injury prone now, to be honest, says Callum. Not interested in him. But you're right, it's just us. It's just us. We're worried about but the likes of Ali. Remember a couple of seasons ago when he was out for yonks and we were all made up when he come back? Would you take Vert from Leverkusen, Frank, says Callum? I'll take anyone at the moment. Do you know who I want? I'm being honest. If we're having a backup for Mo, or put Mo somewhere else. Sheila, plays for Napoli outside right. Get him. Whiz kid. Brilliant. Whiz kid. Reggie, you're going to need to spend badly. I'm hoping when we play better opposition, we wake up, mate. Anfield, please. I've been saying it for fucking years. I'm not being funny. We need players and we need name players. We need players that are proven. Fuck the potential now. Got enough of that. Got enough of potential. But we need players that will cost big money. That's what you do. You buy these players that cost money and make a difference in a team. But we never do that. The only time we ever did is when we bought Alisson and Van Dijk. And what a difference. You see what I mean? When you spend wisely, and I mean a lot of money, on a certain player or two certain players, That's when you see the difference within everything. But we don't do that. How long has Allison and the other fella been playing for us now? All right, we bought Darwin Núñez. We bought Darwin on 2 games against Liverpool when we played Benfica. Remember, in the Champions League, and he plays well. But I'm not really having a go at Darwin. But that was the last big spending. Chris, is it the likes, lads? Thank you. Thank you. And the Pride of Merseyside, I would wait so Musiala will do, says the Anfield. The sideline. Big up Frank in the chat, he must be knackered there. He had no sleep watching the match. He lives in Canada, you see. On the sideline, Red Jews, that you, Red Bird, it says it is him. And he's been ill, now he's back with us. Fit, well, and shouting at the telly. Shouting at our players to get that ball in. Up for 28.5 hours so far. Listen, you get to bed, mate. It's shocking. I never slept once for 46 hours because of pain in my leg. I don't take these painkillers. And even if you've got pain and you go to sleep, the pain's there. So you'll have a restless deprived. You get a star plus a little, and a distinction for even spelling it. No, that's not Caravadonna. Caravadonna, they call them, the Napoli's thing. Yeah, that's a good one, that, actually. They still praise today in Napoli Maradona, big morals and everything about. I've seen them. I've actually been there, seen them. Wow, I love them. Slides, you must be buzzing with sleep deprivation by now. And he just said, yeah, that is me. That's lovely, that. Made up our Red Bird's back. And the thing is, I know he's never told you, but why he's got Jew, J-U, the girl must be Julie or Julia, whatever. That girl saved his life, more or less. That's why he's put that. Red Jew. Love it. Really love it, honestly. I think that's fab. Probably sign Christian Eriksen on some, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. And the Pride says Fulham have beaten City. Oh yeah, I'm singing my version of Yesterday by the Beatles. Well, it is the shot. No scores, please. Yeah, I was going to say that. Thank you. You want to send me back to Aussie with your singing? And no scores, please. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Red. We need to rotate, says the side. You need some bench time. Yeah. Spot on, Frankie. It's time FSG looked down the sofa for once and get us a couple of top signings. Yeah. I think it's With us, I think it's wishful thinking that we will. Do you know what? I don't trust this Hughes fella. You know? Don't trust him. Salute. I really don't. I should, like, but he's done fuck all for me. Yeah, nothing, nothing. Been here for months, done nothing. See, they're all mates. That's what I can't get over. Never show nepotism, and that's what Liverpool stuff is, nepotism. Like the likes of that Richard Hughes on his fucking sidekick as well. Should have brought in someone different, someone with clout. Fucking bomb. Callum, me and Frank don't like to hear the scores of others until the final whistle. That's true, though. That's true, though. The Anfield. Make sure he hits the likes first. That was funny, though. Because the Anfield said, listen, that if you're going to have one of these things again, make sure you hit the likes. So funny, though. So funny. Frankie, we're efficient now, which I like. But do you agree we need more? Look, see, it's the tactics, which is tightening up the defence, which is great. But they had opportunities today. Do you remember that lad going through when Yaras was in goal? I thought he was just going to bust the net, and Yaras just grabbed it right to him, like. They did have opportunities to equalise. Yeah, we do. See, we've had, since the season started, we've had some cracking breakaways, and that's the heavy metal stuff. But that was fucking lacking today. There was nothing in front. Only the quickness of Jota going in for that gap goal, pass, bang, goal. Nothing else after that. Nunez, for me, was better in his first season. Yeah, than now. Yeah, he was. Because he was called Captain Chaos. Now he's just on the sidelines. He was awful against Bologna, and I don't like criticising that play. So we look like a priest, but bless you all. Yeah, he was. He was great in the first season. Captain Chaos, scored goals. I'll never forget the brace he got last year against Newcastle with 9 when we were down to 10 men. That was great. That great win. That loved that. So I'd say yesterday Man United sit so far away down the bottom half since yesterday. Oh yeah, that's the song, isn't it? Yesterday, Man United sit so far away. My voice has gone, unfortunately. Do you want to dance? Do you want to join the band? Songs 4K, Red you. Glad you gave that tip. I was about to give away one early scoreline. No, it's one of those things. It really is that, you lose concentration, and then, you made up, and and another score comes in, then you're disappointed, and, so rather than all that, we just abolish abolish what's going on. Scores, that is. It was all right in Anfield when we were a lot younger, where the fella used to go around with a cigarette in his mouth, putting out the scores on big, like, I don't know, like little boards. A, B, C, put 2-1, 1-1. That was it then. That was the only time. That's going back ancient time. When dinosaurs rule the waves and the land. Reggie, I promise if it happens again, my first thoughts will be Frankie's legs. Don't worry, get you on your side. You won't. You'll be all right, mate, for a long time. A long time yet. You'll see us win those 6 on the bounce European Cups. Put it that way. Palace had the best of the second half once they got a grip on midfield. Yeah, totally agree with you there. Songs for Kate. Yeah. Never leave us a game without hitting the legs and making Frankie a cup of tea. Oh, do you know what? It's true because I don't like, those soft drinks. I could get them, when I go shopping and doing the pot. I don't like them. They upset my tummy, like later on. And that's why I just have a cup of tea. Like you're on my history show, when a clip comes on, a DVD, and then, I go out and make myself a cup because I'm very parched. The veggie. Ali made some top save. I'm sick about his injury. They seem to be getting more and more. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because, as I said, I don't like criticising any player, whether it's Darwin Núñez, even this Chiesa. I don't even know him yet, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about in the red shirt. I just don't like talking about players, criticising them, but Jesus, a goalkeeper. It's different if he's damaged his hand or something like that, but he hasn't. And as you said, it's the same bloody thing. No, I'm not sure about There's a chance. Wow, we could have lost that game. And Jota a bit wasteful, and Gapco's a great goal defensive, but creative wise, he is a no starter for me. No, he doesn't, does he? The comments, people are screaming out for Gapco to start. I've said this all along, all along. The best player to come off the bench in this Liverpool side is out injured, and that's young Elliott. He's the only player to come off the bench and play a decent game. Whether you agree or not, I don't know, but it's, others mediocre that come off the bench. Songs for Kate. Núñez cracks up if he thinks and doubts himself. Bielsa gives him clear instructions. He can't stay on side. That's just, and he's been like that for how long now? You know, it's not just a. He's been like that for ages. You know, running offside. Whereas he just stole back and he's quicker than defenders and just run onto them then. Like the other night. He ran onto a pass, cracking pass, but he was offside. Just off, like. But he was offside nevertheless. And put it away. Don't forget he scored a cracking goal the other week. What a belter that was. And that's the type, that's the potential he has. And all right, so he was offside the other night and he put it away. That's the potential he's got. That's just me, though. The Anfield to venture. Turn his blankets up then, leave it out. Oh, after look as after I've took his right as servants to the taxes in this country. I've paid the fucking enough of them over the years. Nunes 22-23 scored against City, Madrid, United, Arsenal, says Callum. He did. He did. Scored a cracker against United, Madrid. Through his legs and a little flick, bang, goal. Oh, start another one. Anyway, on positives, how good is Gravenberch? I mean, wow, turns and passes amazing. He is our top performer this season with Canate and Virgil. Go along that way. I go along with. The song says, we're lucky Alisson's injury comes this side of the international break. It's worrying. We don't know what the extent is yet. Why wasn't Kelleher there today? Is he fucking injured as well? Raw, I'll send due to Frank. She'll make sure Frank gets a turned blanket and all. Yes, please. Please. Gakpo made a goal, worked his nuts off all game and kept his position. When Diaz came on. Yeah, good game. Yeah, good game. See, I'm not too worried about our forwards, but I'd like that. As I said, I'd really like that. The lad from Napoli, I'd like him. They'd be good for us, believe you me. I'm going to digress because some of you's weren't on this morning. And if you've got Prime television, Prime, on your Fire Stick or whatever, what's your film called? The proper title is this. It's Knox Goes Away. Knox, Knox. Person's name goes away. But the Prime one is A Killer's Memory, something like that, on Prime. Michael Keaton. Watch it. Fantastic. Watch it. So I was just digressing there, just to tell you so. That's all. Last season, Gravenberch is not this season's Gravenberch. He's been class. Long may carry on. Yeah, he was awful. Remember, we were saying, what's this lad about? Well, I wasn't. People were. And I said at the time, if you remember, he never played last season. He didn't play at all. He had no pre-season when he came to Liverpool. He hadn't played or anything. And it's trying to catch up to my fitness. So you're spot on there. And the song says, Carlyle was out due to illness. Yaros played a lot like him in pre-season. Two blondes, it's uncanny. Yep. Yeah. But even when I didn't know. Do you know what? I've got a fucking chair behind me, and I think it's someone behind me. The corner here, like one of them frightening films. Like you can't see it, but it's one of these things, that I'm sitting. It's one of these things that I'm sitting on. I remember having a black background, once. And I had like this or whatever they had, a polar neck I had. Yeah, it was a polar neck, it was winter. It was a polar neck. But I could only see me head. You could just see me head. Come on, come on. Excuse me. And the Anfield Red year, it took Ryan a season to improve. Darwin, tick, tick. Yeah, so right. So right. That's a cracking comment. And Raw, the aliens have stolen some of my memories. Who is this Darwin geezer you're talking? See, uh, Darwin Nunes. I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't. There's something in there, the lad, there's something there. And he loves us. Darwin loves us. But if I'm not being funny. Look, I'll just mention a few names. Right, mention a few names. You've got Sabozlai. You've got McAllister, Gravenberch, Virgil. Right? You've got Allison. You've got all these foreign players. Jota, right? Mo Salah. They all speak English, perfect English. Darwin doesn't. Can't learn the language. He can't learn the language. So what does that tell you? Does it tell you like a couple of things? One, look, if you're, say, like I was transferred to France, if I was transferred to France, and me talking about, I'd learn the language because people do know words of different languages, and I'm not saying it's hard to understand when it's the words are spoken back at, but he hasn't learned his language. And to me, that means, does he want to go? Isn't he bothered? Because one day he'll be transferred. He's South American, remember? Reggie, says the Elfsfield. Cheap digger by me. Where is Chris Dix? Oh, I remember it's Charles Darwin. Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah. Do you remember George Scott putting that where he was saying about Alvaro Smith? I mentioned Alvaro Smith there, and he came on, and it was when substitutes were first, and Shankly wouldn't put a number 12 on, number 13 on his back because our goalkeeper always had a number 1, and he wouldn't put a 13 on the back, it was just blank. Anyway, Alvaro Smith kept running on, in the warm-up and kicking. And photographers used to take a photo, of players, for a pen photo, whatever they're called. And, kicking an imaginary ball. Anyway, Alvaro Smith was running around. And the ball came over to him. And he went to kick the floor. And Bob Paisley helped him off. He was injured. So he never had a sub. He didn't have a sub. So we're telling George that on the pod. And George said the same player was playing, went up for a header. He got buttered on the back of the head, big hand crack. He fell down and he was just lying there. Bob ran on and he was waking him up, put the magic sponge, water on him and everything. And he came around. Bob shouted over to the Shanks, Bob, he doesn't know who he is. Shankly said, tell me Pele. Tell me Pele. Typical Shanks thing, isn't it? Absolutely. Tell him he's Pele. And he was awful as well, Alvaro Smith. He's like a teddy boy. He's not this teddy boy. Just Goose. I wonder if that's how you pronounce that name. The J will be silent. Just. Just like Lucio Beanbrains. Just like Lucio Beanbrains. What's that all about? Oh, do you mean doesn't that like not learning the language? The other fella, yeah, he can't speak English, can he either? I think he speak a few words. But I don't think he could hold a conversation there, Lucho Diaz. I'm Scouse and I can't learn English. It ain't easy. When I got my PhD, I went up, shaking me up. Lord Lieberman. And he said, I'm going to read this paper. It was very interesting because my paper was the social and economic issues, a 20-year period with Shakespeare, social and economic issues, what was going on there. And the second period was a 20-year period with Charles Dickens. And he went, I've read a couple of paragraphs. He said, and he still has hold of me hand. He has the thing, like these paper things. And he said, wonderful read, and I'm going to read it tonight. How do you feel now, Doctor? And I went, well, I feel great, yes, it's smashing, He still has hold of me hand and he got right down the ear. And he said, lose that accent immediately. Lose that accent immediately. Sure. That's why I don't bother with it. Fucking snobbery. Anyway, the unfair Frankie contracts of the big players running down. If we hear nothing before January, can we assume they are all going? I reckon that they won't go on a free, I'm telling you now. FSG are greedy. If let's just say this. Let's be hypothetical here. Fifth bit me tongue. If Real Madrid come in with a massive bid, say like 190 for Trent, just say they will sell. No matter even if Trent doesn't want to go, they will sell for the money. Telling you now, big profit. Honestly. So they will sign contracts. They will sign them because if they'll always get money on Mo, they'll always get money on the big veg, and they'll get money on Trent. If they want to go or something happens and whatever, they will. I don't think they allow them to go on at F3. Darwin's an ADD case. Last season, he said his English teacher keeps the lessons short. I'm qualified to teach. As I said, I've got a TEFL. Really? Got more letters after my name than our bench. The quality of our bench. Honestly, I have taught. I taught this. I was in this class. I taught this class English as a foreign language, and one of them was a Brazilian girl. She was about the mid-20s, late 20s, something like that. She was in her 20s. Stunning. Never seen a more beautiful girl in my life. Absolute stunning. And she could speak better English than the people. I said, you don't need to learn English. She said, oh, thank you. I said, all right. But she stays in the class. I was made up. Made up for her. Stone she was. Unbelievable. But could speak English. I said, what have you there? Why have you come here? You can speak English. Well, not perfect, but. And she said, I have to have this qualification for the job I'm doing. And it was for an airline. An airline. Songs for Nunes last August. I'm taking English classes 2 times a week, 30 to 40 minutes at most. The teacher says, that's it. You did very well. You have to stop or you'll get tangled. What she means by that is words. But what I disagree with is the written word as well. Let them learn the language first, then the words, the correct words, how to spell them. Like their, it's their place, THIER, right? And put us over there, THERE. You see, so these are little things. And it's like just writing, so it's, you say like, it's, oh, it's theirs, comma, IT, comma, it is, short for it is, if you know what I mean. And it is like a thing, ITS, if you know what I mean. So they're the type of words that you should learn. I'm not saying you should learn. I think it's whatever. Frankie says the Anfield. As you know, Liverpool, our city, as the first ever the Liver. Is there any other first in our city has been at the forefront of? Yeah, loads. Do you mean buildings? Queen Victoria came to Liverpool in 1854. No, 1856, I'm sorry. The doors opened in 1854 in in St George's Hall. And she came, she went, look at this. Couldn't believe it. She said it's the finest building in the world. Neoclassical. I took Prince Charles around 2007, our 800th birthday. And he said his great-great-grandmama loved this building and I love it too. That's what he said. I said it is, it's a fantastic building. He had a laugh, me and Charlie Boy. Numerous, honestly. And he knew a lot about Liverpool, I must say. So, is there many other firsts that our city has been at the forefront at? Yeah. X-ray, first in Holland. First in Holland, Rodney Street, X-ray, machine. Goes that way. We had one of, he made 73 patented inventions, and it was a lad who lived in Bowl Street, top of Bowl Street. The building's still there, and he came from Italian parents, but he was born here in Liverpool in Bowl Street. Pietro Salvatore, no, it's not Pietro Salvatore. Paolo Ferranti. And he lit up half of London with his invention. With his invention of a grid. The electrical grid. And he lit up half of London. Great man. Sir James Chadwick. Sir James Chadwick. What Sir James Chadwick did was incredible. In America, excuse me, in America, there was the most, fucking bit me tongue there, terrible, the most secretive of all projects going on. The most secret, it was like a steel, you couldn't penetrate it, you couldn't get in. And they went like that one day, they just said, listen, we'll have to send for that fella over there, that scouser in Liverpool. Get him over here. And he went over. And he went, all right, what's this here? He said, oh yeah, look, this is what you do. Wrote on the board. He said, then just split it. He split the atom on the Manhattan Project. The Manhattan Project. Sir James Chadwick. There's loads of things. First dock system, first passenger railway system, first tunnel to go underwater. Everybody copied it. Everybody. Incredible. Incredible what we've achieved. Even the police, did you know that we had in cars, police cars, two-way system. We had that. before anybody else. The police, they said, "Yeah, look, instead of wearing them on name boots, anyone can hear you walking them, coming from a mile back, mile away." So they made rubber soles, so they'd be quiet for two things. One, so that people could sleep, while they were pounding the beat on down streets and things. And two, to catch burglars, because they couldn't hear. There's lots of things on us. Lots. Forefront. Brilliant. So you have all this. You have all this, like looking at Liverpool. Look, when I talk about the first dock system in the world, it was 1750. Then everybody copied it. Then we had the very first secured warehouses. Secured warehouses on the dock. Do you know what that is? The Albert Dock, 1846. No one has ever thought of it. And I showed 11 physicists, a television, three television crews, one from, this is on other days, these are all alternative days. Two from Japan, two different television companies, and a German television thing. They were just doing the Beatles, but they wanted to do the history as well. And I showed them the Albert Dock from an entirely different angle. And these physicists was like, whoa. The television crews were like, whoa. And what it was showing the Albert Dock from a different angle. It's one of the finest pieces of engineering. What about the overhead railway, the first electrified overhead railway in the entire world? The very first electrified escalator in the world as well, bringing people on Seaford Stand. The very first blueprint of a tram system in the world. We've got loads. There's loads. Incredible. We went against everything when we built. You're not going to believe this. The first stone township in 1566. After the storm, the Great Storm, it's known as, of 1565, December 1665, blowing away everything that was. And John Crossdale, the mayor, went, stay with me. This was on Christmas Eve, stay with me. And we built everything from stone. So Liverpool became the very first stone township, rather than those thatched houses and that just get blown away, like the Three Little Piggies. First stones. We were the first cobbled thing as well. I'm not talking about going back 2,000 years to Rome when they had roads and sides, pavements and everything, fountains. I'm just talking about this country. First stone township. You do digress, don't we? Richard, Darwin Núñez isn't up there mentality. His football, that is IQ, poor communication with players and knowledge of the game is poor. and the Reds draw. Here's a first 6 European Cups, maybe. As they keep saying, right? Keep saying FSG out. They're sucking the club dry and greasy, says Richard. No ambition. And I think they'll go, says Edward. I think they'll go. And is that, are you talking about the footballers or FSG? Sorry. I think the Darwin will go. I really do. The Pride of Merseyside. I feel Darwin is an emotional lad. Needs a lot of support, in my opinion. Has the talent. Also needs an early ball. Steady build-up isn't his strength. Kells is ill, Frank. Thank you. Yeah, I was told it. Richard's FSG have ambition. Only for them. They call it money. The greedy leeches. And the Yusuf says, did she work for British Railway? Why are you going away on the British Railway? Do you want to see it? Hey, you want to see her, Yusuf? Stunning. Stunning. Never known anything like it in my life. Like that. A lovely skin. Big eyes. Teeth up. Hello. And the Red says, no, Chris Six must have it. And Red says, wish those aliens would stay raw. Just joking. Come on, lads. Right, let's see. Any more football before I go? And the Yusuf says, Frank, your knowledge is second to none. You ever thought of working for the Emma? I refused a gong. And people were saying I was stupid, crazy. Why? This is a great honour. They don't know my thoughts about the establishment. All for what I've done, supposedly. I don't know what I've fucking done, like, but yeah, Aryans are great. Do you mean aliens? Yusuf, Frank is too good for MI6. He's a Jedi, don't you know? No, you can't say that. You can't say that. Please, Yusuf. No, please, mate. Frankie had a Yoda as his Padawan. Yeah, I've got to say that. And he's answering to Yusuf. Weird guy about that Tommy Robinson, you're right. He gets some things right, but his hatred comes out on other matters. Reds you. Boost. The media have done a job on Tommy, whether people like him or not. No one can find anything online or in life that he is racist. That's right, which he isn't, in my opinion, but the sheeples believe the false narrative, and no one can find it. You're so right. I've never heard him saying it, but he gets some things wrong. He gets things right. but he just come out with. And you might as well give him a shovel and say, "Yeah, dig a hole there and jump down it," because I forget what he said one day. He was he was trying to prove that he wasn't racist, and he didn't have to do it. He just didn't have to do it. But there's a lot of people. He's got too many angers on who are destroying his name. That's in my opinion. That's in my opinion. Really. But the media do jobs on you. They really do. They turn their attention to you. Cut you down. And the Red says, was there a match today? We seem to have gone off topic. It's your fault, Red. Or was it the... I bet you he's gone now. Red or... Was it you? I don't know who it was who said about... can you... forefront of things. Hey, book the live, eh? Did you know that it was the very first... Get onto this. Steel infrastructure in the world. Did you know that? Steel infrastructure, not iron, steel. Reinforced concrete. How about that? In the world. James A. Afternoon, Frank and all. We should have been 3-0 by half time if it weren't for Jota. Gravenberg class again. Allison injured again. Congrats to our third keeper. Yes, he was talking about him before. I'll say hello to him. His name's not even Tommy. No, would you change it as well? I would. I would. Callum, my name is not really read to you. So what anyway? Let's get back to football. Yes. Yes. Who got the assist? Gravenberg. Is it Gravenberg or Gravenberg? Oh, Dino, hey, Dean. All right, Frank, TN Sports really trying to make it out that was a close game and Palace were all done, but no. Fuck it, we absolutely controlled that game. It became too easy and okay. I was saying that during the first half. It's like a training match. It was mad. They made more of a game, but I never felt we were under any pressure at any time. Very controlled and measured performance. Only criticism is that we're being too wasteful in the final third. Liverpool, top of the league. Liverpool, top of the league. Three right there. Oh, you're there. We are wasteful. That's why some of the lads were saying, why can't we get a striker? Why can't we get a striker? Yeah, Capcom. Referee was poor. Awful. Richard says, Stephen Christopher Yaxley Lennon was a hatred for Muslim and also hate connections with far right. And James says, Capco got the assist. It was after Allison got took off we started sweating. Oh, it wasn't. Alison went, oh yeah, Alison went soft. You Yeah, I'm sorry there, misunderstood what you were saying, James. Got took off, but we started sweating, yeah. I think it put a little fear into us, especially with Yaros coming on. Yaros, whatever his bloody name is. We thought, oh, second, third string, rather. Oh, the play, yeah, yeah. I think so as well. I think so. James, what do you think was a foul from Virgil? Personally, I do. See, we're divided on this. We're divided on this. My daughter phoned me up just before I came on the show and said, she said, what do you think of that? She's working. She was watching it on the phone or something. Was it the penalties that? I said, well, penalties are given and other penalties are not. I always remember Virgil being dragged down a few times. Big Veg, pulled, dragged, nothing given. So, it's just what people make of it, to be honest. What they see in their own minds. Was it a pen? Was it? I'm wondering if it would have happened to, say, Jota, what would we have been saying? So it's just one of those things. People, this is a football chat. We take your rate with false info about Tommy to an appropriate chat. Says that. And the side says, not for me. That's what he says the foul that is. No foul from VBA. James, I agree. Virgil was pulling him back, but I'll take it, says the red. Yeah, that's what I mean, You'll be getting loads and loads and loads of football fans up and down the country who support all the likes of City, the likes of United, the likes of everybody else. Saying that was a penalty all day long. They were cheated. That's why you And James A says, hate these early kickoffs, but 2 from 2, I'll take that. Yeah. At the beginning of the game, I said, I just want a clean sheet because I knew we could score. Clean sheet won us the game. Should have been more comfortable, put it that way. But you, exactly me too. She's replying, James, to that, James A. Yes, all the rivals will be saying Palace were robbed. You're right. You're right. They will, no matter how you look at it. But we won. And Adama at Fulham wasted 3 chances, 1-1 against City. See? See what I mean about people? They're being told to be putting the See, this is what we don't want. Scores coming on here. Don't want it. We'd be 4 points clear if we'd done Forest, but no. We'd be 7 points clear if we'd done Forest. When we beat Crystal. 7. That would have scared people. Thank God we did not buy Adama. And the Red says no score update. And Dean says, I don't think it's anywhere near a penalty. It was going nowhere near Gooey. If Palace were using that as an excuse, then they are deluding themselves about how bad they actually are. They are bad. They are bad. And the song says, I thought Palace should have had that penalty. Hooper didn't want to face down Virgil. At least Allison won't be in international duty. Hopefully he's back for the next game. I don't understand these bloody games, you know. I don't understand them at all. Indeed. Just concentrate on ourselves. Fuck worrying about others. It's all about the exactly. That's what we say. What we say. It's what we say every week, every time, every time. I'll have to get a new wig. Keep slipping up. Keep slipping. So an international break, but we have a massive run in from now till Christmas. It's the next 2 games, Chelsea and Arsenal. And the Chris sticks in. Ciao Frank, Raw, Red Jew, Callum, and other true Reds on the chat, sadly being billeted at the House of 2 Blues. So we'll see you next Tuesday, inshallah. See you. 2 Blues, throw them out. All these, most people going on about, yeah, they should have had that penalty. Allison is out at least mid-November. Is that the news coming in now? Crazy, Mr. Folk. Crazy. The way it is, lads. It's just sickening. Yeah, we've got Keller here. Keller. And the Red says, God bless Chris. Catch you later, bro. I don't understand it, I really don't. And I just don't. I was only thinking about it, with Allison, to think about that. He's out till next month, middle of next month. And there are all these games coming up. To me, Allison is still the best keeper in the world. And he made some outstanding saves today. And it's worrying. It's worrying. And the Yusuf says, any chance we can call that Mamadashvili lad early? Don't know. He belongs to us. But I think it was in the contract that he'd be loaned back to Valencia. So I just don't know. Never mind, chin up, boys. We keep moving on and on. You never walk alone, says James. Absolutely, James. Absolutely. He's going out now, James, for the bevy. Most probably. Dean says, Alisson is one of the greatest goalkeepers we've ever had, but his fitness record is atrocious. It's why we've signed Mamadashvili, because he can't be trusted to stay healthy. Sad, but he's going to miss some huge games. He is. He is. And Edward says, maybe they've seen this with Alisson and his injuries. Yeah, I think so as well. Wouldn't put it past me. And Song says, Yaros and Kelleher are both good cover. A tough choice for slot now. I think he'd pick Kelleher because he's had more experience than younger Yaros. We got the best three keepers in the world, Alisson, Kelleher, Yaros, says James. And Ali is a worry. He didn't do much kicking, just as fullbacks. I can't understand why his hamstring went, which it did before his last kick. Which he did before his last kick. It's just sad. And best keeper, that's a big shout over Clements. I know you mean. Clements. He's a Romanian, Clements. He wasn't in I think he was a barman and anyway, Bucharest somewhere. We just make off. Sorry, Clements. You see, Clements was. I more or less grew up with Clements, if you know what I mean. He was elegant. He was the Fred Astaire, as I said all along, the Fred Astaire of goalkeeping. Whereas Fred Astaire was so graceful and elegant in his dance. I'm in heaven. And did you like that little dance? The Red says, I love Brucey even though he kept trying to give us fans heart attack with his antics. Yeah, wasn't as good as these though, you know, Clements. Nowhere near as good as him. Nowhere near as good as the other fella, Alisson. And we've had some big keepers over, David James. Remember him? David James, fucking hell. Now when you think who we had, please. But anyway, lads, I'm ending this now. I've had 3 pods. How many pods have I had? 2. One this morning and one now. And I had one last night about the social issues, not social, um, current affairs, what's going on in the world. And I got a message off someone, and it said that was great, that thing, what you did last night. Thank you. See, the world's affairs, what goes on worries me. Honestly, I'm worried. I'm worried about for you, me. I'm worried about my family, my granddaughter, my daughter, grandson. Because this world has gone greedy. Not only greedy, but that greed leads to wars. All wars are based on greed. And it's got me worried. Smashing the pods. Do you know what? I looked at my subscribers, and there's a few being taken off. And I know why. And it's not YouTube. Know what I mean? So a few's being taken off. Unsubscribed. One of the lads had to go, and I said, you should never do that. You should never ever go at anybody. And it was this foreign lad. And like predictive text, not only that, but like the English coming out as well. And he put a word in called SUN, and my mate just jumped to conclusions. It's not a mate really, but he jumped to conclusions and had to go at him. Really? I said, you should never have fucking done that. He said, well, I said, no, you should never have done that. He said, I was helping out the channel. I said, no, you weren't helping out the channel. Couldn't you see the lads are so foreign now? And it's just, the word just went in there. SUN. That's what I have to put up there. Take care, Frank. Take care, everyone. Big up the Reds. Yes. James says, sorry I was late. See you next time, Frank and chat. You never walk alone. I'd only got up this morning. Honestly, I'd only got up. And I jumped up, done what I had to do and, get ready and jumped right in. I just made myself a cup of tea, sat down. And the next was, I thought it was a 12:15. And it wasn't, so I said to everyone, see you later. And it was only like 11:15. Because I was finishing, I wanted to finish at 12. How stupid is it? That's me then. When's the next stream, Frank? I'm gonna make it a weekly thing, because I had a few messages. Listen, to it. So it's next week. I want to do more concentrating on, well, obviously the Middle East and everything else. We'll see what the score is with them and Ukraine, but also once we have a look at America and this country. Look, I'm all for embracing people. Always have done, always will be. Always will do. Punches We've got 4.5 million children below the poverty line. Think about that. Inflation, the hike in energy prices is shocking. The pensioners being now taking the winter fuel allowance taken off them. Yet, yes, we're giving money to Ukraine, to the most corrupt country in the world. Billions. Think about that. Also, we're giving foreign aid, money for foreign aid. And I've got nothing against Indians or anything, subcontinent. Nothing against them. Done no harm to me. But we give them billions. And you know what? I'll surprise you there if you don't already know. There are more billionaires living in India than anywhere else in the world. Honestly. So when you take that into the equation, I do question it. Why should our kids here 4.5 million? I think there's more now. Below the poverty line. What's wrong? Why are kids going to school? I know they're not former colleagues, but I do know them now. Teachers who actually are paying for kids' breakfasts. Betty brings in like these. I have them myself, breakfast bars, just in case I'm in a hurry. I'll get it down, I have a cup of tea. And that's what she brings in for the kids. Breakfast bars and drinks, with those little straw drinks, so that they can wash it down with. Because the kids come up without breakfast. It's shocking. So, it's things like that I'll be talking about. And in America too. But it all points to money being given to two countries. And I'm talking billions, both from here in America. And the EU. I don't like the EU. Ursula von der Leyen. What a woman she is. Horrible. Never mentioned I didn't mention anything about the EU. And these are all unelected bureaucrats who's telling you and me, well, not really, because we're not in the EU, but they're telling Europe what to do, to pay all this money. But now you're getting waverings, leaders going like that. Now this is useless, this, and that's in Poland, France, Macron. Don't like Macron, by the way. And Italy, Giorgia Meloni. She's been warned though by the Italians, to be honest. And that's it, so I want to be talking about things like that as well. And young Kim Jong, get his name mixed up. He's the North Korean leader. All the lies said about him. If you're not a friend of, if you disliked by a country, they get the media to crucify you, tear you to shreds. That's what it's like. And the reason why America went into the Middle East in the first place, and that was to destabilize the Middle East for the big push of refugees into. There's refugees now in Lebanon. Think about it. Refugees in Lebanon. Their own people. Their own people, Lebanese refugees. And the Israelis are telling them where to go and where not to go. Think about it. Think about someone coming here, see the Israelis in here, and telling you and me where to go. Don't you go there, you get. I'm going to my door. No, you get there. You stay there. We're going to bomb that in a minute. Will I go and get my door? No, you're staying. That's what it's like, folks. The Anfield. I missed the truth stream. I'll tune in next week, lad. Thank you. Yeah, look, the Anfield, I was telling her, decide to go to sleep. Yeah, honestly, you need it. And a lot of people bail out when Frankie's eye hits them. Bail out. No, you are saying Frankie has hard balls in his eyes. Good afternoon, Frank, in San Francisco now, early morning here. Have a good one. That's Paul, a good friend of mine, Paul. Lovely fella. Do you know where he watched the match? Las Vegas. Big red he is. He watched the match in Las Vegas. By all the slot machine. What is it like? Fantastic. And he has his tops. I'll show you what tops he has on, lads. I'll get back to your Anfield on that. Here's what tops he had on. Those tops. From that scarf or a badge. He was wearing one of them. Great, you know. Great, honestly. That scarf or a badge. Shall I show you what you can win with us? Yeah. You can win that. On your fantasy football. Right, let's get to this. A small shout out for local Kirby lad. Oh yeah, he's fighting tonight, isn't he? Yeah. I'm going to that at the M&S. Brilliant. So if you're a fan of boxing, support your young Nick, please. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Anything to do with Liverpool. Could be a skydiving. Support them. Support them. Anything. Anything. Any scousers. No matter what colour they wear in the city. Support. Except that Bellew fella. Remember what he said about us. Well, good luck to our Nick. I hope he wins and you enjoy the fight, bro. He's good, isn't he? He's really. He reminded me of someone. Was it fighting at? No, wasn't fighting at ours. I forget his name. He was a cracker, featherweight. Getting in there, stuck in there. He's only little, the lad. little lad, but with a Scouse heart and fighting at home. He's fighting that Rios fella, isn't he, a Yank? He sorts him out. I hope he sorts him out. Reggie, I'm hoping, sir, he is a pal of mine. Tough little fella. Be a good fight. All right, I'll let you all get ready. Don't forget that film on Prime, and it's called The Killer's Memory, something like Killer's Memory, with Al Pacino, Michael Keaton, and James Marsden. It's fantastic. Thank me later. Have a good weekend, what's left of it. If you're interested in the history show, please join me on Monday night. I've got some good things coming up. Big map as well. So, thanks for joining me, people. Thank you. We've won 3 points, top of the league. We're there, till well after the break, the stupid international break. So we're there for at least a couple of weeks. Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you.